Sending 60 at 6 meg a second. Total output 12 meg. And there I am and live on YouTube. Heck yeah. Alright, gonna kick the audio music for a second here, get everything sorted on this side. Bring my chat up properly so I can see that again. Then, I do believe the last thing I need to do is throw myself up on my own channel. Monitor here, which is this side. Dual monitor, dual videos playing, both chats visible. We are in action. Heck yeah. Alright, now what to watch? Just damn anime, just busting out with them titties everywhere. Click me, click me. Let's see. I don't think I saw a daily Internet Today to go over and watch, which is a little sad. I was hoping to do that. Though over the course of the week, I don't think I've heard too much big news, although I really haven't been listening too much. I mean, there's always inland Florida. Can Florida just get out of the fucking news for a minute? Like, can Florida just not do something for like a day so Florida cannot be in the damn news with some person doing some stupid shit? They've literally lifted the conceal carry laws here, so there is no laws against it. You can just conceal carry whatever you want. Go for it. In any public area. So there's still a lot of spots like Universal, Disney. You're not going to be able to bring guns there, but it's still like almost everything everywhere else in the state of Florida, you're allowed to bring guns now. All I can say is if you live in Florida, do not anger people. Do not be aggressive towards anyone. I am pretty sure there are people just waiting to do stupid shit down here. Oh yeah, that's G Fuel. I do a G Fuel in the morning, usually to help wake up along with water. Lots and lots of water. Try to get me going. I've never been a good morning person, so even with the G Fuel, like by the time I get into work, I am still just half asleep feeling. I've never been good at waking up. Never really have been able to figure out why. G Fuel, yes, F-U-L-E, G Fuel. I'm rocking the sour blue chug rug. For Red Bull, I can honestly say I don't think I have ever had a Red Bull in my entire life, which is wild because I've had a lot of chemical induced drinks for waking up, as it were. 5 hour Bang Energy, at least before they went bankrupt. Bankrupt. It's terrible. It's so bad. Okay, I'll calm down with the terrible jokes. Let's see. Was sort of hoping there was more obvious things to go over today. Does not seem to be. Let's go over to Slashdot and see what's going on. I thought they did, didn't they? Yeah, they went bankrupt. There's an audio book on why this went bankrupt for 19 minutes. Are you crazy? Can we just not get like a YouTube article these days? Oh, Chatbot got it. Okay, thanks, Chatbot. The parent company for Bang Energy, Vital Pharmaceuticals, is filed. Oh, the parent company filed for it in Florida. Of course, in Florida. Where else would they be? For fudge sakes. Florida again. Again. I swear. Always in the news, Florida. Just doing 100% right there. There's this. I feel like this is an entirely different topic entirely from your usual Florida thing. And it's still Florida. Like, every time I turn around, it's just ridiculous. Ooh, that's the good cold water. Yeah, if I drink out of the bottle that's labeled as booze, it's not actually whiskey, as you can tell from the color. It's just water. I use my glass water bottle or alcohol bottles as water bottles when I'm done with them. They stay cold longer, and I like that. Let's see. Bang's billionaire's empire of caffeine crashes. Yeah, so there's a lot of that going around. I don't remember when that was. It was a little while ago, I thought. Was there a date on that? We're not gonna get a date. Oh wow, do not want to subscribe to newsletters. October 12th, 2022. So that was quite a few months ago now, yeah. Bang Energy was crap anyway. And the owner was super fucking creepy. Like, I didn't even know how weird that was until I saw the article about it going bankrupt, and they had a picture of the CEO, and I'm like, what? Who is this creepy guy? How did, like, I don't know. I guess it just always wilds me, like, how certain people just seem to get ahead in life and get up there, and it's like, how did that ever get into the position that they are in when they act and behave the way they do? Like, Christ, you could just point at Elon Musk, do the same exact thing. Like, why the hell is that guy in charge of anything? With the way he behaves and runs the business, he shouldn't be in charge of more than a freaking McDonald's French fry. Oh. Driverless bus service to start in Scotland in world first. A driverless bus, but has it been tested well? Like, I'm all for the like driverless revolution. I genuinely feel that cars should be taken out of control of humans. Humans are terrible drivers, bar none. Terrible drivers, especially compared to the computers and AI they have. It's just a thing that the few AI crashes there are always hard news because it's, you know, they have to just rally on the things they can. But it's already proven, like, you know, they've driven for millions upon millions of hours now, and their crash records are so much significantly lower than any average humans. It's just crazy. I mean, the whole UK is kind of confusing to me. I mean, they were doing good, and then they had Brexit, and now, like, Britain is just, or like Great Britain itself is falling apart, or whatever they want to call them. England? Is it England now? But they're falling apart pretty hard. Apparently, a lot of the rest of the EU is all right, though. I should actually probably read stuff. Full-size self-driving bus services will begin in Scotland next month. Scotland. In what is believed to be a world first. I mean, I definitely haven't heard of driverless buses anywhere else. Stagecoach said the route over the Fourth Road Bridge would launch on May 15th. The 14-mile route will run between Ferrytoll Park and ride in Fife and Edinburgh Park train and tram interchange. 5 single-decker autonomous buses will have the capacity for about 10,000 passenger journeys per week. Not terrible. Stagecoach is the biggest bus company. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but like true driverless though, that's a huge step. Like, because I figured there would have been a lot of other driverless things first before buses. Like, I figured, taxi service, like cars, I assume would probably come before the bigger buses and trucks and vehicles like that. But I no, I don't know. I guess not. I guess we're going buses. Hell yeah, though. If it works, I genuinely, knock on wood, hope for the best for those guys. Really do. That's just cool as hell. Although it's still kind of weird to, the vehicle just pulls up to you, the doors open up, and there ain't a damn person there. Like, it just drove its own ass over there. Like, what? That is still a little freaky in the long run. Although I guess you can now look at your mom like, oh no, don't worry. I would never get into a bus with strangers, Not, they just arrive without a driver now. Oh, that was kind of funny. I always said that during the whole Uber revolution when that was hitting big. Uber, Lyft, and all them were coming up. I used to always make fun of that because, back in the day when I was a kid, mom and dad always said to never go and get, with a stranger in a car. If anyone ever asks you to get in there, never do that kind of thing. And now, literally, we just have an app on our phone to summon a stranger to pick us up in their car. And we just go along with it. Like, let's see. China invites Venezuela to join Moonbase project. In Venezuela? Maybe because of the oil reserves they have? That would make a lot of sense. First country in China and Russia in the lunar station. Just began to be constructed in the 2030s. Using super heavy lift launch vehicles. The vehicles will follow smaller precursor missions later this decade. Marglid Bencomo, executive director of the Bolivian Agency for Space Activities, visited China's new National Deep Space Exploration Laboratory. Wow. Mark's ready to discuss cooperation and exchanges. Wow, looks like they're trying to get up into space too. I feel like there's a whole new space race going on, man. Like, get to the moon and get to Mars, both of them. I hope it just fuels another big science boom, though. We could use another good science boom. Just as a whole and as a species. Just need more science. Oh, no, absolutely. Have a good one. Be safe. Woo. Greenhouse gas emissions rose at alarming rate last year. Yeah, no kidding. The first time after the pandemic was done, so everyone's just going crazy. And the fun part is, again, 90% of pollution is not the result of the individual person. It is big business. And it should be kept on a note like that. A new ultrasound attack can secretly hijack phones and smart speakers. That's actually kind of cool. Because there are a lot of devices that listen to ultrasonic frequencies that use that for talking back and forth. Stuff that people don't know. Mario is moving away from mobile games. No, not Mario and mobile. But they're all cash cows. It's so good. You just hit the button and it's like you just hit more money, more money, more. No. Hell. I guess if they move away from mobile, that's fine. But at the same time, what the fuck is the Switch? It's a mobile console. Aren't your whole console is mobile now? Unless they just mean phone development, which, I mean, I guess that makes more sense. Probably be able to code one single game on a Switch better than one game that runs on, like, thousands of different variations of phones. Best Buy launches Recycle by Mail program. Sony worries Microsoft will only give it a degraded Call of Duty. I mean, here's the thing. One, it wouldn't surprise me. But more importantly, it actually would be adverse to Microsoft's own interests in making money. Sony is literally saying they're not going to do this because they might make money. Sony, what the fuck are you talking about? It's literally a legal obligation. They have to make more money. Purposely crippling the game is going to harm their own image as much as yours. So I highly doubt they're going to do that, my friend. Sony says the regulator's recent turnaround is surprising, unprecedented, and irrational. Well, it was also fueled by, like, tons of lobbyists and special interest investors. Why not just say it like it is? They never want to talk about that part. Like, oh, you're basically bribing to get things done? Yeah. Who would have thought? Binance has... Wow, excuse me. I'm just... All right, let's not do that. Binance has Australian financial service license canceled by ASIC. So, canceled the local finance service license of the world's biggest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance. Damn, they're just shutting crypto down left and right. I mean, I figured after all this it would start to catch up. If the biggest issue with crypto is too many bad actors have jumped on it. Like, it is an unregulated currency. It is exactly what people wanted for it to be. Unfortunately, what it is also very much works out for bad threat actors, which just sucks by nature because exactly this. Now it's going to get regulated and ran into the ground. And given the energy costs of it and like how it's always sort of been a solution in search of a problem, it's kind of good that it goes away. Although I'm still definitely not in favor of having a currency that is just fiat and controlled by a private banking industry. Especially as you can see, like, they just constantly devaluate the US dollar, raise prices, and then keep saying that everything's so expensive we can't give you a raise now, even though we're making, record profits. Like, just F off. Synthetic embryos have been implanted into monkeys' wombs. But did they, like, raise? Like, that would have been... Did show the initial signs of pregnancy. So, essentially, when that gets more, they can start to basically have monkeys be incubators for whatever the fuck they feel like. I mean, that's kind of weird. Maybe it's not that deep in the technology, but I mean, that's just where my mind went with it. I usually go towards, like, the bad side of things, because for some reason that's where humanity keeps wanting to go. Apple's $165 billion crash horde creates mergers and acquisitions mirages. That was such a title, I don't even want to go into that. What the f was that? Apple's slowing growth and cash-rich balance sheet are again fueling speculation that the world's most valuable company should make a big acquisition. What are they gonna fucking acquire? What? Uh, that would really make a huge... Like, yeah, that would be a deep decision. Microsoft adds Bing AI chat to its SwiftKey keyboard for Android. Oh boy, they're really pushing that shit on everything. Linux 6.4 bringing Apple M2 editions for 2022 MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, and Mac Mini. Good for you guys. Microsoft's rolling out Edge's AI image generator to everyone. There's an AI image generator in this thing. Hello, Bing. Do I have access to the Bing image generator? I saw an article on it, but was not sure if I can even use it. I wanted to ask chat that, whatever the fuck that is. Of Trump. Wait a minute. So you can also create images right from Bing Chat. This is Bing Chat. Ya tool. Well, let's see how good this does. I mean, that's not terrible. It's just interesting to see, like, AI just generated this randomly because it felt like it. Like, how do you even say anything against her for this? How do I go back one? Like... It's really fucking cool, is all I can say. Let's go to... search that up. I've done that. That's really cool. Oh, I wanted to save that shortcut. Oh, it's all good. Was bing.com create. Wow. Bing.com create. Oh, I have boosts to use to make it faster. Nice. All right. Anyway, back to the YouTubes. Like, it's already 7:32. Damn, not bad. Let's see. Do I do an anime since no one's talking around right now? I feel like I could.
Everyone has a secret they don't want anyone to find out about. In Aoi's case, his is a stalker, Miyako, a psychotic, if not a beautiful killer. Because of these repeated stalking incidents, Aoi moves to another town at the suggestion of the chief of police. Once there, he develops a reputation for being cold, distant, and quiet. When he overhears his classmates talking about a woman with bandaged arms, he fears that Miyako has followed him again. In a flashback, Miyako again slaughters seemingly inhuman creatures, all in a bid to get closer to him. In a trance, he jumps out of his chair when his only friend, Iida, taps him on the shoulder. Later, while hanging out in front of a convenience store, Iida shares that the rumors going around are likely related to Aoi's stalker, Miyako, as reports of her only recently surfaced. Without a doubt, Miyako followed Aoi all the way here, but Iida reassures him that she will do something about it. However, a few moments after they leave, Miyako stumbles upon where they were sitting. Iida brings Aoi to an abandoned school building so they can hide from Miyako, but Aoi will soon learn he wasn't brought here, he was lured. Iida starts undressing, as it is revealed that she too is one of Aoi's stalkers. She approaches Aoi, asks him not to run away, and reveals herself to be much worse than a stalker. She's a giant centipede girl stalker. I like monster girls as much as the next guy, but not like this. Aoi freezes up and tries to tell himself that this is all a bad dream. He is nearly eaten.
I mean, to be honest with you, if I did just like get lured away like that, and then that girl just literally switched into a massive fucking centipede like that, yeah, I'd probably be a little can I go? I got shit to do. Like, damn.
But Miyako arrives just in time to stab Iida in the face. Iida recoils back from the pain, but Miyako isn't finished. Iida gave her dear Aoi a scar, and she won't let her die an easy death. It will be painful. Aoi panics and backs away from Miyako, who is ecstatic to be with him once more. She explains that these stalkers have been following him since he was a young boy. He might call them yokai or ghosts, but to her, it doesn't matter. If someone has their thieving eyes on him, she'll kill them. She then asks Aoi if he would rather have Iida or Miyako survive this little encounter. Aoi is terrified to favor one side or the other, but he knows that if he refuses her here, he will die. He reluctantly asks for her help, and Miyako rewards him with a kiss, and their drool forms a bridge as they separate. Miyako reassures him that she is here to help. Iida shrieks and lashes out at Miyako, but she transforms into a terrifying wolf, and I don't know about you, but my money is on the werewolf. A few moments later, Miyako comforts Aoi, saying that it is all over. In the background, Yida's brutalized body is impaled on the wall. Aoi wonders if he made the right decision trusting Miyako, who is clearly madly in love with him. But for the time being, he has no choice. As Miyako embraces him, she asks if he can see them all. Aoi's eyes widen as a whole host of stalker yokai and creatures are watching him outside the window. Aoi continues to tell himself that this is all a bad dream, but Miyako's blood-soaked embrace reminds him that this nightmare is all too real. Aoi wakes up from another nightmare of Miyako mounting him, but when he wakes up, he finds that she really is inside his house. Aoi slowly backs away, wondering how she broke into her home, but Miyako warns him as a yokai nearly grabs him. She strolls over, breaks its fingers, and reassures him that she is here to protect him. Miyako prepares Aoi's breakfast, though he is wary and suspicious of her. He demands to know who she is and why those yokai are after him, and she begins explaining from the beginning. Yokai, as humanity knows them, are merely spirits or urban legends. Yokai themselves know that they are just remnants of what they once were. She mentions that Aoi should know a thing or two about them, but disturbed, Aoi gets up and leaves. Miyako approaches him from behind and asks if he is hiding something, which triggers a flashback of him lying bloodied on the floor. In a psychotic episode, Aoi pushes Miyako to the ground and threatens to stab her with chopsticks. Surprisingly, she welcomes her death at his hands. If killing her can provide him some sort of comfort, she is open to it. She's willing to do anything, do his taxes, take out his garbage, and die. Aoi breaks down and sobs into Miyako's charms, and she lovingly strokes and pats his head, saying that she will always be with him. Maybe he really can fix her. Aoi heads to school, and though he has allowed Miyako to get near him for now, he tells her not to get the wrong idea. In the end, she will always be a stalker to him. Miyako doesn't care. She will always rush to his aid at a moment's notice. As he leaves, Miyako's legs and knees buckle, and she can hardly contain her urges to just eat up Aoi. However, she catches the scent of another yokai hiding in Aoi's school. Miyako claws at the ring gates of the school, searching for the yokai. Meanwhile, Rita's sudden disappearance is written off as her transferring schools, and rumors swirl regarding her involvement with Aoi. However, none of them want to directly talk to Aoi. They find him unbearably creepy and unsettling. A disgruntled Aoi wonders what Miyako would do if she heard what they were saying right now, and he imagines his classmates being brutally murdered, while Miyako asks him to praise her. You know what? They might be perfect for each other. He snaps out of his daydream and overhears his classmates talking about someone in the yard. He peers outside, and his face wrinkles in distress. He races outside, while several students have already surrounded Miyako. When they see Aoi arrive, they connect the dots and realize that she must be the stalker that Yida mentioned. They begin wondering if Yida transferred because of Miyako's involvement as well as Aoi's. Aoi begins plotting to pin everything on Miyako so he can explain his inaction and earn some sympathy points. But before he can, Miyako openly admits that she got rid of Yueda. The students begin tossing plastic bottles, stones, and empty cans at Miyako out of scorn and disgust at what she had done. However, Miyako is not bothered in the slightest. She declares that she has no regrets, and everything she does out of love. The students are even more disturbed, and they begin tossing rocks at her. Suddenly, Aoi shields her, and he ends up getting hit in the face. Seeing her beloved injured, Miyako embraces him and teleports him away. The bleeding has somewhat stopped, and Aoi asks her why she was hanging out on the front gate. Miyako explains that she was searching for the yokai hidden among them, but don't worry, she already memorized her face. Aoi laments that he can no longer go to school, which is good news for Miyako. Now they can stay together even longer. She cozies up to Aoi and says what he did earlier was really cool, a statement that he hadn't heard before, not even from his mom. Hearing this, Miyako's instincts kick in, and she can barely stop herself from salivating. Unbeknownst to them, someone is watching them from afar. Miyako knocks on Aoi's balcony door for a home visit. Concerned that he hasn't gone out in a while, he explains that he stopped attending school altogether, without telling his mother. He is expecting a visit from his homeroom teacher later, so he asks Miyako to keep herself hidden. He can explain why he is absent, but he can't explain the strange woman in his room. He tells Miyako it will just be a quick visit, and if his teacher turns out to be a yokai, then she can come rescue him. Miyako accepts his terms and obediently steps out, but she presses herself against the glass, saying that sooner or later, he won't have to open the door for her. Miyako slides the door open and begins to attack Aoi, but Aoi's teacher suddenly appears, reassuring Aoi that she is now here to help. With the misunderstanding sorted out, she introduces herself as Ushimi. who looks more like a runway model than a teacher, to be honest. She is led to believe that Miyako is one of Aoi's relatives, so she begins the counseling session with Miyako present. Aoi glances at Miyako, whose calm demeanor signals that Yoshimi is not a threat. Yoshimi brings out a small present for Aoi, some home-baked cookies. She seems quite proud of herself, and she would be grateful if Aoi took a bite. Seeing her flushed face, Aoi decides to trust her anyway. However, as he grabs a cookie, Miyako's face contorts in jealousy, prompting Aoi to stop, unless he wants to die from eating a cookie. Yoshimi asks when Aoi plans to go back to school, explaining that she had a chat with the class, explaining his unusual circumstances. If he can clear up the misunderstanding and reveal that Miyako is just his relative, they will surely welcome him back. However, Aoi is having none of it. He reveals their true nature, people who would spread rumors and throw rocks at someone at a moment's notice. He doesn't believe for a second that they would become nice simply because Yoshimi scolded them. Bullies aren't that nice in the real world. Yoshimi is visibly offended, and she asks why Aoi doesn't trust her. Suddenly, her voice changes, and she starts climbing onto the table. If this manga wasn't about stalker yokai, I'd think this would be really hot. Her voice starts echoing inside Aoi's head, and she starts calling him a good boy. Yes, he is a very good boy. Somehow, Aoi feels like he should do as she says. He silently calls for Miyako's help, and her timely intervention breaks the spell over Aoi. Yoshimi clasps her hands and excuses herself for the day. Aoi recluses himself inside his room, and he wonders if he can truly trust Miyako. Later, Miyako discovers the corpse of the yokai student in Aoi's school. However, she turns and addresses Yoshimi, who didn't have the scent of a yokai before. She asks her, "Who are you?" I'd have to say, painfully thick, tall, and gorgeous. Miyako interrogates Yoshimi, who reveals that there are several yokai hidden in the school. Miyako knows there to only be 2 of them, which tips Yoshimi off. Miyako knows nothing. Though yokai are ordinarily undetectable to the naked eye, the only ones Yoshimi can perceive are those who choose not to hide or those who are unable to control themselves. Miyako literally says too long, didn't read. I'll just kill you as usual. Yoshimi loathes her way of thinking. Miyako isn't worthy for Aoi. The only one suitable for him is herself, someone who can teach him all sorts of things, in both mind and body. Yoshimi squirms. She can't wait to do various educational things with him. Yes, ma'am, please teach me too. Aoi approaches Yoshimi and says none of what she said mattered. For her, her love is enough. Furious, Yoshimi tosses her glasses aside.
Dude, that was some fucking weird ass looks on that lady's face, man. She was like, this is mine, and like, wow, man, look at this. Look at that fucking face. Holy shit. So that boy can no longer be anything without me. Like, Jesus Christ. Chill.
And says none of what she said mattered. For her, her love is enough. Furious, Yoshimi tosses her glasses aside and begins her terrifying transformation. Throughout the ages, her words and very presence were revered. Her eyes snap open, laying down a prediction of Miyako's death. She reveals her true form, an Ushi-Onna, a terrifying monster with an ox's head and an ant-like body. Miyako still doesn't care, and she swings at Yoshimi wildly. However, Yoshimi curls her body around Miyako's, reminding her that her death is assured. She impales Miyako in the stomach, and she slowly begins bleeding out. Yoshimi takes her time with her big villain speech, revealing that she had tricked the yokai student into cooperating with her and alienating Aoi to make him more vulnerable. Of course, Yoshimi killed her, but it's a yokai world. Until now, Aoi still refuses to listen. She maintains that nothing matters more to her than love. She can't help it. It's such a warm, addictive feeling. She unleashes an even more monstrous form, far more grotesque and ferocious than Yoshimi had ever seen. Moments later, Yoshimi lies bloodied against a pillar, lamenting that she was no match for a beast. She is eager to meet Miyako next time, in the next life. However, she blames Miyako for the tragedy that is to come, or rather, for what was once Miyako. As Miyako raises her hand to strike down Yoshimi, Aoi sits up in bed. In a dream, Aoi has a memory of a woman he met. Though she said goodbye to him, she reassured him that she would always find him no matter what, even if years pass. He wakes up and discovers a heavily injured Miyako next to him, and she wonders if she got into a fight. Oh buddy, if only you knew that your psychotic killer and equally psychotic but hot teacher were fighting over you last night. Aoi goes down for lunch, but his mother only left him some money. He considers sending Miyako out to the convenience store for him, but realizing that her appearance would cause some stirring, he reluctantly heads out himself. He dodges the main streets and makes his way through the back alleys. He ends up spotting some of his schoolmates, and he immediately regrets his decision to come out. However, as he turns a corner, an amalgamation of yokai suddenly pounces on him, and he starts begging for help. A woman lays down a hat on his head and tells him that this won't take long. After a brutal few seconds, the woman returns and lifts Aoi up, evidently glad to see him again. She is Yisa, the woman from Aoi's dreams and memories, and is likely a Hakushaku. Yisa carries Aoi around for a bit, but she suddenly breaks into tears. She slowly lets him down, sharing that all these years she spent finding him have been hell. She truly, truly missed him so much. However, across the city, Miyako's eyes open. She senses a disturbance in the show The Force. Yisa asks Aoi if he likes anyone right now, though he denies it. She asks the same question to her, but she is vague about it and remarks that he'll understand soon enough. Yisa says that the few hours they spent together may have been fleeting, but it is a memory that she'll never forget. All this time, she was afraid of one thing, that he'd forget her. That's why she's done holding back. Yisa begins physically assaulting Aoi, coiling her limbs and legs around him, and inviting him to a place where nobody can see them for their fateful reunion. Nearby, Miyako can smell the scent of yokai blood. She recognizes the scent. It's the same one she spotted outside the school building after the incident with Yuita. A mix of fear and fury comes together. Miyako won't give up Aoi to anyone. Yisa brings Aoi to an abandoned building, reminiscent of the ones they used to play in together. Yisa says she is having so much fun, so much so that she murders another stalking yokai. She comments that all these yokai came spilling out after Miyako was revealed to be an Okurio Kami, and she derides them all as incompetent meatheads. Aoi asks if Yisa has always been a yokai, and when she asks if he is disappointed, he replies that it is quite the opposite. He knows now why he felt so safe in her presence. Yisa smiles, as that saves her the trouble of explaining herself to him. However, she now moves on to the main course. She begins caressing Aoi's hands and leading them to places where a young boy shouldn't be reaching for. She shares her immense love for him and how it won't easily die down, like a disease that won't go away, a disease that will last even after she has devoured him. Slowly, Yisa transforms into her more monstrous form, all while asking Aoi if he knows about the legend of the god who departs on a journey to chase after the boy she loves. Yisa is now in her complete form, and she says that Aoi won't be able to run away from her. Not anymore. Yisa reveals that she knows everything about Aoi, how he killed his class pet fish, how he places salt in his parents' dishes, or how he had fantasies about her body. Man is the world's biggest hater and could give Reverse Slash a run for his money. Despite this, she still loves him. It is unconditional love. She starts shedding out her outer clothes, insisting that the two make up for the lost time. Suddenly, the window crashes in, revealing the furious visage of Miyako. She's come to his rescue, or as Titan would say it, under new management. Yisa is merely displeased with her appearance, while Aoi knows the full truth. He knows that as Miyako is now, there is no way she can win against Yisa. Even though both of them are his stalkers, he wants neither of them to die. Geez man, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Miyako tosses the dead body of a yokai toward Yisa to shut her up, and she reassures Aoi that there's nothing to worry about. Yes, I know I say reassure a lot, but like 80% of this manga is Aoi crying while girls fight over him. Miyako has Aoi promise that when they get home, she wants a proper reward. Hearing this, Yisa is ticked off. Right now, there's only one thing on her mind, tearing off Miyako's filthy mouth off her filthy face. Likewise, incentivized by a promised reward from Aoi,
Wow.
Miyako goes all out herself. For the first time, Aoi speaks up. He tries to get them to stop fighting, as he wants neither of them to die. He hopes a peaceful resolution can be reached, but in case he wasn't paying attention, they're both killing machines. Both Miyako and Yisa apologize to Aoi. This is one dispute that can't be resolved with words, a YouTube apology video, or a my bad. If it's over someone they love, these two yokai will gladly trade blows and even their lives. Aoi watches in horror as his two suitors clash, tooth and fang. He doesn't understand why they are fighting over him, and he wonders if it is all his fault. Suddenly, he asks himself, who is he?
Man, I want to continue that story, actually. That is really fucking cool and interesting. Damn ya, Hollow. That was just a story I really freaking got into. Crazy. And to end it right there, you hello? Like, man, you did that on purpose. Arseface!
Well, without George with us this time, this will be a lot harder. But if we stay on task, it shouldn't be too bad, right?
Yeah, because that has worked so well before this.
Okay. Do you have any better ideas?
Why don't we ask Bill if he wants to play or something?
Not a bad idea, Joe. Why don't you call him up, Barack?
I guess we can do that.
Hello?
Hi, Hillary. Is Bill there?
No, Bill's not home right now. He is at one of his friends' houses. Why?
Oh, we were just going to ask if he wanted to play Mario with us. Whose house is he at right now?
He said he was going to do some studying with this girl named Monica. I don't know who she is, but I trust him to not do anything stupid.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I mean, I can play too if you want.
No, that's okay. I don't think Donald would be a big fan of that one.
Big fan of what?
Nothing, Donald.
All right, well, you guys have fun. I got to go back to writing a few emails.
All right, see ya. Bill can't come.
Oh, man.
I guess we'll just have to go with 3 players unless you want me to ask Michelle.
Pass!
All right, the 3 of us it is.
Oh, my God, it's snowing.
Yes, Joe, we're in the snow world.
Holy shit, that penguin has shades. That is actually amazing.
Sometimes I wish I was a penguin.
What?
Well, Joe, it's your lucky day.
Damn it, Barack, that penguin suit was mine.
That's not how it works.
Yes, it is. The suit had my name written on the back.
You never cease to amaze me, Donald. Damn it!
Great going, jackass. Already lost my suit.
Whatever, there's more right here anyway.
I want one.
Sure, Joe.
Oops.
Nice one, Joe.
Shut it, Donnie. Okay, please let me get the penguin.
What's the magic word?
Please.
Wrong. No penguin for you.
What a bunch of malarkey.
Joey, get out of the way so me and Don can glide through.
No, Don took my suit.
Yeah, well, you took my presidency.
Here, I'll handle this.
Let go of me.
Looks like someone's getting cranky.
Looks like the second star coin is down here.
I'll wait up here for you guys to come.
Take it easy, Joe.
I got this.
No, you don't.
You said what? Oh, come on.
Nice one. All right, Joe, go in the pipe now.
But I'm waiting for you.
God damn it, Joe, you can just go in the pipe and we'll all go with you.
I don't believe you.
He's right, Joe.
You guys are almost here anyway.
Okay, well, we could have done it quicker. I gotta say, I'm quite a big fan of this part. You just get to slide down and collect red coins.
Of course you love red coins.
Get out of the way, Joe.
What?
I can't slide down with you in the way, just bubble.
Yeah, Joe, you're kind of screwing us up here.
Okay, man.
Must be something down this pipe.
You don't say?
There it is.
Don't worry, I'll carry you all as usual and get this coin.
Not a chance, Donald. This one is mine.
Glad to see you finally decided to stop playing like shit. Wait, what the hell?
You gotta be shitting me.
Joe, why didn't you get out of your bubble?
Donald, you told me to bubble.
You did do that, didn't you?
God damn it.
Took way longer than it should have to get back here.
Maybe you shouldn't have bubbled.
Maybe you shouldn't have bubbled.
Damn it, Joe, what the hell?
Why would you go back into the pipe, dude?
I thought we already got this star coin.
We did, but we died, Joe.
It's okay, Joe. I knew you'd pull out at some point, just like you did from Afghanistan.
Hey, man.
That joke would have made more sense in the desert, Don.
I know, but I couldn't find a time to use it there.
Oh, I see what we have to do here. Donald, you need to freeze the penguin and then ride on it.
Screw that. Oh, God damn it.
I told you, Donald.
Well, now what?
I guess I'll take a swing at it. Damn it.
Game over number 3 for Barack.
Oh, fuck off, Donald.
There we go, finally. Okay, Joe, go into the pipe now.
I'm busy hitting the penguins, Donald. There's an infinite loop of them.
I guess I gotta do everything around here, huh? All right, Joe, we're almost there. Keep going. Joe, what the hell?
What?
Why'd you stop? God damn it.
Maybe you shouldn't have bubbled.
Okay, and maybe you shouldn't have game overed.
That's really your only comeback, isn't it?
When I have 39 lives, I feel like I have the right to say that.
He's right, Barack.
Stay out of this, Joe. Finally on the top?
Let me out.
Sorry, Joe, I need the flagpole.
Maybe you should run next time, Joe.
Maybe he's unfit to run, Barack.
Well, Don, you're just unfit in general.
Damn you. Why are the trees in the front here different than the ones in the back?
It's not that deep, Donald.
Sometimes I want to know more about the game, Barack.
Maybe they are the same color. We don't see the branches in the background.
Thank you, Joe, for bringing an actual argument.
Bullet Bill, I think that's the first time we've seen them.
Good thing we didn't invite Kennedy to play with us.
I see what you did there.
Help me get the star coin here.
Got it.
Not gonna lie, these coins have been easy so far.
Oh, dang, Nabbit.
And with that, I'm a...
So, this is it.
This is a quantum computer.
This is a quantum computer. Here I am seeing a real-life quantum computer for the very first time with my friend and king of tech YouTube, Marques Brownlee. And I'm finally understanding why quantum computers are such a big deal.
Quantum computers.
Quantum technology.
What on earth is a quantum computer?
Bits, qubits. Try all the codes at once.
Whichever nation first develops a practical quantum computer will have a tremendous advantage.
Quantum supremacy.
I see a lot of news about quantum computers, and it's always extremely confusing.
That was really well done, and I still need to rehear it.
But also, it's often wrong. Quantum computers aren't supercomputers. They aren't bigger, faster versions of what we use now. There's something totally different. And that difference is actually the key to understanding why they're such a big deal, why governments around the world are battling it out to build them the fastest. Quantum computers are wild. They're on track to change what we can build and how we understand the world. They're kept at temperatures colder than space. But if you think you really understand how they work, you're probably wrong. At least I didn't. And that's where this video starts. Marquez and I both realized that there was this big, important technology that we really didn't understand. So we decided to go on an adventure to figure out the truth about quantum computers, what they can really do, and why we should care. And of course, we're taking you on that adventure with us to show you what we learn as we learn it. And more importantly, to show you how these crazy...
I'd love to keep going, guys, but my stomach is doing some flips, so I'm gonna go and take care of that. It is already 7:56, so we're about ending time anyway. I will see you all later. Have an excellent evening. Peace out.